Just to tell me down the tears that I've cried. out there, man. You did? All right, then. Yeah, good, man.
I'm just going to your phone this time already covered in chats. This one. I'm just going to drop you out of my life.
When all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out of play. When face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told his son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, you're wild, I will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never lie. My father told me. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never lie. When thunderclouds are pouring down, light a fire they can't put out, carve your name into those shining stars. He said go venture far beyond the shores, don't forsake this life of yours, I'll guide you on no matter where you are. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. When I was just a kid, I heard him say, when you get older, you're old, I will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me.
Good afternoon. My name is Barbara, and along with Brendan from Parkside and Bobby's family, we arrive at the service today with sadness, but also a sense of giving Bobby a fine farewell. Could I just ask that all your telephones are off, please, on silent? Bobby's passing did not offer time to say goodbyes, and this means some may come today with feelings of incompleteness and thoughts of what might have been done or said. Some of you have emotional memories of the last time you were with him, and through the pain of separation, there are many questions, especially why. Try to remember that no matter how haunted by his struggles, Bobby's life has also had moments of laughter, happiness, caring, friendship and love. And that is what we honour him with today. Bobby Maurice Jordan was born in the Old Devonport Maternity Hospital on the 22nd of October 1980 to parents Kerry and Glenda Jordan. He has three siblings, Cade, Shane and Lorraine. They lived in Alverston and then moved to Preston. Bobby attended Preston Primary School, then Alverston High. After school, Bobby completed his TAFE course in furniture finisher and worked in that profession and various other jobs as the years went by. including being a very skilled plant operator for Cannon Excavation. In his younger years, Bobby was a very good cricketer and footballer. He would always be found in the outdoors, fishing up the lakes or out to sea, raising possums. He loved his animals. One of his passions from an early age was doing up cars and bikes, especially Valiant and Fords. Always tinkering with engines, working them out, making them work. I'm told he was very good at finding solutions to make anything fire up again. Bobby had a knack of not only doing this with engines, but anything that required fixing. He also had that friendly knack of always helping a mate. Every car he had to be able to do a burnout or a donut. He loved four-wheel driving, and I'm told he seemed to have a sensor or compass in his head because they never got lost. One night in March 2001 at the Rivers Arms Hotel in Urmston, he cheekily asked a young Natasha Collodi if he could buy her a drink. On saying yes, he went off to the bar. Happy hour was coming to an end, and he came back with his own drink and forgot to buy one for Natasha. They chatted for most of the night, and the rest, as they say, is history. They had 21 years together and 4 children, Rowan, Brodie, Austin, and Madison, and now little Violet, his great-granddaughter. They lived at Turner's Marsh. Natasha told me that Bobby was a very good dad, always great when the kids were babies, and a hand-on, active father. He taught the children to ride, not just the pushies, but motorbikes. Bobby himself had raced in a few motocross races, and particularly liked vintage motocross. When firstborn Rowan was 4 months old, they travelled around Tassie in a Triton Joe Cabute camping. Bobby gave son Brodie tips on his footy playing, but he knew that Brodie was actually a better player than he had been. Austin and his dad would go fishing up the lakes and to the dams. Bobby never caught the first fish, Austin always beating him to it the first time. Madison was a daddy's girl, always following him around, handing him a spanner or a hammer. He taught the whole family about fishing. He also let them know when they weren't doing it right. The family would gather and light burn piles and firecrackers. Eventually, after the tent camping for a number of years, Bobby bought a camper and they would get around Tassie in it, Bruny Island being one of his favourites. I'd like to read a poem on behalf of the kids chosen by Madison. In our hearts. We thought of you today, but that was nothing new. We thought about you yesterday, and the days before that too. We think of you in silence. We often speak your name. Now all we have are memories and your picture in a frame. Your memory is our keepsake with which we'll never part. Now you're peacefully sleeping. We have you in our heart. And I have a tribute I would like to read from Bobby's dad, Kerry. I've lost a son and a best friend. Bobby was a generous and kind person and would help anyone out. You and I were to go fishing over Easter, but that did not eventuate. You loved your children and your granddaughter. You loved your motorbikes and your Ford cars. I've lost a piece of my heart. You have taken it forever. Bobby, you'll be dearly and sorely missed by me. Rest in peace, your dad, Kerry. And now one from Glenda, Bobby's mum. Bobby was a beautiful but restless little baby. After starting him on goat's milk, he became a happy, curly-headed little man, walking at 10 months and always on the go. At the age of 5, he got his first motorbike for his birthday. And after moving from Ulverston to Preston, both him and his younger brother Cade started Preston Primary School and then Ulverston High. This is where they made friends playing cricket and football, and Bobby loved the outdoor life. From building forts in the wood heap with Cade fishing in the dams and farms around us, camping with family and friends. They were good times. Bobby loved riding his motorbikes and day trips away. He also loved his animals, helping me to raise possums, and he loved his dog, Jeddah. He also loved playing cricket in the backyard with me and Kate. Bobby learned to drive on his mate's property, and from then on, it was Valiants and Fords. We had good times, and I have lots of special memories of those times with his brothers and his sister Narelle. They shared a birthday together. Later, he moved to Launceston. Thank you, Bobby, for the gift of a much-loved daughter-in-law, 3 grandsons and 1 granddaughter, and a great-grandchild, Violet. Thank you for the memories and being my son. You'll always be in my heart. Love you, Bobby. Be at peace with your namesake, Poppy Bob, Nan Peg, and Nan and Pop Jordan. Bobby's dress code. You would always find him in his flannies, his Rossi boots, and later his cat boots. Comfort plus for him. What else, of course, when you find your head in an engine at any given time? I'm sure Essendon football scarf or a beanie would have been added to that dress code at times. I know he went to Melbourne to see his team. Bobby, you would have been very glad at the way they played on Saturday. I would like now to just allow a few minutes if anybody else would like to come up and say a few words.
Moved this island about 9 years ago. The kids did bloody little athletics. One of the first blokes I met was this fella. He's been made ever since. He's one of the only blokes that I can say is a true mate on this island. I mean, there's a lot of not good people in this island. There's a lot of good people out there, though. Do you know what I mean? I think you knew that. Good on you, Bobby. That's all I'm saying. Much respect, but that's all I got. Every day, well, last 6 months we've been in McKenzie, fucking 3 days, you know, third day or whatever. Sorry, I didn't put that.
I would like to remind everyone that there are refreshments at the Alveston Bowl Club after the service today. A poem. Here I am now in a place I am free. I am smiling and happy, a load off of me. Please do not grieve, trust me when I say my confusion is now all gone away. I'm sorry I left, maybe too soon for some, I agree. Trust me when I say I'm in a place I am free. Would you like to stand, if you're able? Sometimes there just aren't words. No words are adequate. Instead, we can harness our ability to feel, think, and remember him in your own special ways. As we say our goodbyes to Bobby, honouring him and honouring your own individual memories of him, we do say this: Bobby Morris Jordan, gone too soon. Thank you for the gift you have been to those that knew you. To Bobby's family, and especially his children, Rowan, Brodie, Austin and Madison, we hope the pain of loss can be eased a little by your own special memories of your dad, for he will be forever in your hearts. I do hope, Bobby, wherever you are now, that you're allowed the odd burnout and have lots of vintage cars to tinker with. Bobby, may you rest in peaceful sleep, connect again with those who have gone before you, knowing that you are very loved and terribly missed. May peace find you at last.
Living my life in a slow hill, Different girl every night at the hotel. I ain't seen the sun shining 3 damn days. Been fueling up on cocaine and whiskey. Wish I had a good girl to miss me. Lord, I wonder if I'll ever change my ways. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today. I can't look at you, I'm lying next to her. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today. I can't look at you, I'm lying next to her. Called you last night in the hotel. Everyone knows, but they won't tell. But the half-hearted smiles tell me something just ain't right. I've been waiting on you for a long time. Fueling up on heartaches and cheap wine. I ain't heard from you in 3 damn nights. I put your picture away. I wonder where you've been. I
Yeah,
can't
hot shit.
look
Hot
at
shit
you
is all up
while
under
I'm
the weekend back there.
lying next to him. I put your picture away. I wonder where you've been. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to him. I saw you yesterday with an old friend. It was the same old same. How have you been? Since you've been gone, my world has gotten dark and gray.